pure because I'm not subscribed to time. Time has an ending. I will never end. I'm a timeless being. I'm the king of physical form. If you wanna see him, you can see him. You can reach me in the DM. I've been moving, I've been working, been on it before you be him. In the mornings, never tired. Lazy niggas, I can be him. I know the eyes are against me. They ain't seeing what I'm seeing. 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 My eyes are keen, hustling by any means. Truth brings madness. If you think a dirty lie is clean, I know I need my privacy. Maybe it's the part of me. I cannot be around too many people on my odyssey. Cause I know I don't fit in with the life. They want me too big, now they scared of me. Opposers love to hate and doubt. They only tell me perish. Please, my life is not a fantasy. Can't wish this and wish that. Just tell me you. Hit me up, I got you when I get back. If you wanna see him, you can see him. You can reach me in the DM. I've been moving, I've been working, been on it before you be him. In the mornings, never tired. Lazy niggas, I can't be him. I know the eyes are against me. They ain't seeing what I'm seeing. 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 Come on, get up in here. Get up in here. It's Wednesday night, hump day, yeah, jump day, yep. I got some motherfucking shit on my mind that I'm gonna dump today. Yeah. Let's do Wednesday night. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. I feel fly. I feel high. I feel all that good stuff. So go. Share this with your mama, to your sister, to your cousin, everybody that the Saint is live Wednesday night. You don't know who I am? First time coming up in here. I am the Poet Saint. I am a motivational speaker, an author, and a life coach who coaches self-mastery through astrology. So, now with all of that being said, enough about me. Well, it's all about me. Yeah. Because the only way I can be telling y'all this stuff is the stuff I done been through, and so I just be, I done lived it, you know, I done lived it. But I'm here to tell y'all, but you can get through it, because I done got through it. That's how I can talk about it now. I done got through it. See, when we're going through some stuff, we don't want to talk about it. People don't want to talk about what they're going through, because what? They be miserable. That's the title of the video. Oh, misery doesn't deserve company. Get up in here. Get up in here. Like the video. Like the video if you're in here, please, and thank you. I love you for it. I love you just because. So I'm going to really, just keep on loving you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to love you anyway. So that's just the truth of the truth of the truth. But like the video for me. You know what I'm saying? Tell your friends, tell your mother, tell your sister, tell your cousin, tell the doctor, the lawyer, the police, and everybody else that the Saint is live. Yeah. I'm in the mood tonight. They ain't seeing what I'm saying. They ain't seeing what I'm saying. They be wishing they could see what I'm seeing. Yep. And when they don't see what I'm seeing, they be miserable. Oh, yeah. Anyway, let's get to this. Let me light up. Okay, I got the comments fixed up and all that good stuff. I got my smoke right here. I'm ready to talk about this. Misery does not deserve company. Now, misery entails a lot, and it's a lot that'll make people miserable. Okay? Depression, fear, doubt, heartbreak, um, um, poverty, illness. A lot of things can make people miserable, right? Now, here's the thing about misery, and I know how the people say, and I've had people challenge me on this, like, but people need you. Yeah, people do need you, okay? People need you, they need me, people need help, right? We all need each other. But here's the thing. The people who need you are not comfortable in their mess. Okay? People who need you ain't comfortable and they messy. People need help, lifting them up, helping them remember, that type of thing. People, they need help. But a person who is miserable, misery, okay, they enjoy that. They enjoy that. And ain't nothing you can do to help a motherfucker up out of what they enjoy. Okay? Now, a lot of people get messed up on this journey, and I got to thinking about this today, because this is Mercury retrograde, right? We're all doing reflecting, looking back. How you doing, Panther Nation? Hey! And thinking about some things along my journey that have led to this level of maturation that I am currently able to experience and express, right? And along the way, I have had the same thoughts as a lot of us have, right? When I started pulling myself up out of depression, I started pulling myself up out of, those lower frequencies of regret and disappointment and shame and blah, 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 all that stuff we don't really care about, right? As I started coming out of those lower frequencies, the first thing I wanted to do was get other people out of them too. So I'm like, hey man, all you gotta do is this, you know what I'm saying? But I had to realize, and we all have to go through a season to help us realize that sometimes the people around you are comfortable in their darkness. Their misery makes them feel alive. Some people, chaos, okay, gives them strength. Chaos gives them purpose. Chaos ignites their passion. It is where they function at. Now, some of us, especially those of us who have decided, listen, I'm sick of this shit in my life. All of this shit got my mind fucked up. I got to tear down the wall. I got to set myself free. Okay? For those of us who have taken that route and decided, man, listen, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm tired of my life being messed up. I'm tired of having relationships that don't fulfill me. I'm sick and tired of complaining. I'm sick and tired of not having enough. I'm sick and tired of feeling like I'm not enough. Or whatever it was for you that sparked the journey. It's a lot of things for a lot of us, and actually all of those things for all of us, because healing happens in various stages and various levels for all of us. Okay, so from toxic friends and family members to toxic lovers to our toxic relationships with our children, our siblings, our jobs, it's a wide array. And so we all must heal from all of this stuff. But once you find yourself liberated, it's important, especially right now in this season. Okay, right now we just have full moon in Aquarius, which is like basically hood style was understood, good style could be understood style is, motherfucker, it's time to be the real you. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna monetize me. Damn, y'all let me cuss before that 10 minutes. Anyway, but anyway, it's time for the world to see you. But in order for the world to see you leading up to this point, you have had to be working for you to see you. And if you have done that work, which is a great deal of work, it's not something easy. You can't just, it ain't easy to look at yourself, pick yourself apart, redirect yourself, pick yourself, piece yourself back together, drag yourself along, inspire yourself, motivate yourself, heal yourself. That's a lot of work to do for yourself. And this is why a lot of us expect for people to do it externally. But if you are a person who has poured into yourself to the level of self-mastery, where you are trying to accomplish the greatest version of yourself in this season right now, with Aquarius about to station, Pluto about to station in Aquarius for the next 20 years, you cannot afford to entertain miserable ass people. Misery don't need no company right now. It don't deserve no company. It might need it. It might want it, but it don't need it. It want it. Okay? But people who are miserable need to be by themselves. I'm going to tell you why they need to be by themselves. Because they too, just like you, need to get sick and tired of their own shit. But as long as they have you to dump it on, okay, for those of us who have the power to transmutate negative, dark energy, and we sit and we hold space for people, and we let them dump for hours and hours and hours, okay, and then they just get off the phone with you after they done dumping, and they just go get some more darkness to come and dump in another 3-4 days, then those are the people I'm talking about. Okay, it's time for you to cut that shit off. Because right now you need to be, because Aquarius matching up with Pluto is a time of unity, community, tribes coming together, healing, releasing humanity, that type of thing, liberation, okay, some next level shit that miserable people cannot understand. They don't grasp the concept of a better version of them. Why? Because they are comfortable in their misery. They have resulted to the fact that misery is their life. Like, this is just the way it is. I mean, I heard a guy today in the store say, the guy, he says, how you doing today? What kind of, and the other guy says, oh, I'm not going to complain. I think it's great. He says, well, it could get worse. It could get worse. He says, the guy at the register is like, well, no, I don't want that. I'm praying that don't happen. Okay, what's up, Jamal? Do you think we are here, or is something is making us here every second? No, we here. We definitely here. Okay, we here in full effect. We're here. Now, how we're here? Okay, right? We're the creators of how we're here. But there's something that has us here, right? The mainframe from the computer, God, the light, that gives you life, that thing. But we are here in this existence. Now, here's the thing about that. Some people here and they having a multi-dimensional experience. So there are some people that hear, and they could be several places at the same goddamn time. They might be on Orion's belt. They could be over in Narnia, or dancing on the moon and some other shit, at the same time. But right now, miserable people, okay, where they at is where they at. Okay, wherever they at is where they at, and they like it. So let miserable people stay where they at. People who have negative thoughts, people who are entrapped in fear, people who are not being their authentic self. Let's just think about it. For those of us on the journey, just think about how miserable you were in your life experience when you were not being your authentic self. So when you were trying to bend and contort yourself to fit into other people's scenarios or dull your light so you don't blind out people that's miserable, or that type of thing. Think about how miserable you were. Okay, now in that misery, because that's what makes us all seek healing. Like, let's just be real. Like some miserable ass shit. Like some circumstances that you like, man, I'm better than this. I came for something bigger than this. Something like that happens, and then we get up on this journey, right? But the journey is the destination. That's the whole point of our life here, is to make it to the journey, to choose the journey. Right? And in that journey, you have to break yourself down, recreate yourself, redefine yourself. But it's because the self that is presenting prior to the journey is the self given to you by Earth. You know what I'm saying? By some miserable ass people. Think about it. Think about how miserable you are when you find out your partner is cheating on you. So just you got a husband, you got a wife, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and you find out they cheating on you. Like, how miserable. You know what I'm saying? Please ask a question, but you better make it a real question, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm open to answer y'all questions and give y'all some different perspective, but I do not got time for nonsense at all. Not none. None at all. So you can ask your question. And if it's a real question, I'm going to give you a real answer. If it's not, be ready. Yeah, well, I tell you what, if you got a small peepee and you're insecure about it, my suggestion is stand in the mirror, you know what I'm saying? Go get you one of them little blow up mirrors and look at it and tell yourself how big it is, you know what I'm saying? You know how you get pumped up when you're hitting somebody and they be like, oh my God, you got big dick, and you know it really is, you know what I'm saying? It's okay, but you be having that big power right during that minute, you know what I'm saying? So if that's your problem, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead. It's just attached to it, you know what I'm saying? Love it because it's big for you. It's your big thing, you know what I'm saying? And really, that's just it, you know what I'm saying? Because Big D energy ain't even about Big D. I don't even got one, you know what I'm saying? The niggas be always intimidated when I walk in because I got that Big D energy. It's just an energy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, if it's already 2 inches, I don't know what to tell you. Do you think yes, there are other people, dimensions that people go to in their sleep. There are other dimensions that people are in their waking time. Okay, the fourth and fifth dimension, you have the ability right now to access those things in your waking time. Okay, you will know you entered into the fifth dimension when you are walking around here and you feel like you're in a video game, like in real life. Like you can see people like they just unaware. They miserable. They they be miserable. They be sleep. They be broke. They be stalled out. They be broke down. They be beat up. They be crying. They be miserable. They be miserable and they like it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you about the 2-inch PP, but you know what I'm saying? So, now, the multiple dimensions. I'll explain multiple dimensions to you right now. You can see it, right? So, an ant. An ant lives in 2D. Okay? Your shadow. When you walk in, your shadow is 1D. Okay? Your physical self, which you can see, is 3D. Okay? Now, if you put yourself in a meditative state and go outside and look and you see yourself, that's your 4D. Okay, that's you in 4D there. Yep. Now, in 5D is where you feel. It's all about senses. It ain't no sight. It's sense. It's not even words there. You know what I'm saying? A person who has autism is in 5D. Okay? 5D. That's for the person who has autism is. So those are the various dimensions on this planet. And there you go. Now, people who are in misery, okay, they ain't going 4D because they ain't trying to take no time to look at themselves. They ain't trying to do that. They ain't got time. They ain't got time, okay? They ain't got time. Now, what I noticed about miserable people is they the type to gossip. They like to keep messy shit going. You know what I'm saying? And why they do this? Because their life is miserable and they don't want to deal with their stuff. And so it's better off to consume themselves with other people's stuff or their ideation about other people's stuff. Because that is better than what? Looking at me, okay? Because if I look at me, I'm going to have to see all my shit, okay? And when I see all my shit, I'm responsible for it. So typically, people who are miserable do shit like, let's say they got low self-esteem, they don't like the way their body look, you know what I'm saying? So they go out in public and they find other people to look at and be like, oh my God, I can't believe they got that on, look at their clothes and how that's fitting and who told them to wear that and not, you know what I'm saying? That's a miserable person, you know what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing. Misery show up in all different kind of ways, okay? The fifth dimension, no, because you're going to go to the next dimension, the sixth dimension. You know what I'm saying? No. The fifth dimension, each dimension is this dimension. What's going on there is what's going on there. Like people with autism. That's why people with autism, a lot of people waste a lot of time trying to fix a person with autism. Like, oh, they need to do this and they need to do, no, the person with autism came to fix you. Okay, misery. If you in the fifth dimension, when you operate in the fifth dimension and you encounter a miserable person, the frequency is so distorted and so uncomfortable that you cannot handle it. Like, it's just like, yeah, it's some shit like that. It's so big, you know what I'm saying? That's why people are autistic be acting like that. Because the vibrations of 3D people is just too low and it's annoying. No, fifth dimension is no, no, no. Now you can have people, low vibrational people, faking like they on the fifth dimension or they got fifth dimensional access or awareness. You know what I'm saying? And then now you'll think like, oh well, maybe it's levels to this shit. It ain't. Listen, if you'd have made it, if you'd have tapped into the 5D, you know what I'm saying? Your senses is the heightened. You got a different little awareness to life. You know what I'm saying? You can, you know, different foods and shit. You can't tolerate different musical sounds and shit. You can't tolerate, different smells. You know, the senses and stuff. Your senses is different. That's what it is. So no, it's not levels. Now you do got people on low vibrational ass levels. It's miserable. They be trying to pretend, you know what I'm saying? They be all over the internet. I'm your guru. I'm gonna school you. Let me tap into your intuition. Yeah. Some of that, you know what I'm saying? And they be talking fifth dimension, you know, they might have read something, but they ain't experiencing fifth dimension. So there's experience in fifth dimension, they would be operating in integrity, and therefore they would not be doing no low vibrational shit. That's just the way it is. That's the truth of the truth of the truth. And right now, where we're going, everybody got to be in integrity. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to be in their highest self. I mean, you don't have to, you know, because people can choose what they want to. I would advise that everybody choose God's will. Like, God, what is your will for me? Your will be done for me, because everything else is secondary, unnecessary. Okay, and then God's will right now is for us to make it to the fifth dimension and above. We are supposed to be ascending. Okay, but so some people trying to hold on to the old stuff because they miserable. They miserable. They still trying to get back a life they used to have. You know what I'm saying? I've been hanging around and do. He keep talking about shit he had 50 years ago. Like, I'm not interested. I'm not impressed. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I be trying to be nice about it and everything because I be having to tolerate it, you know, for the moment. But I ain't got time. I ain't got time. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you had 50 years ago, okay? I had a lot of shit last year, okay? The shit I used to have ain't got nothing on what the fuck I'm working on. So what the fuck am I talking about? I'm not talking about what I had, and I ain't gonna tell you what the fuck I'm working on. Yeah. Misery does not deserve company, okay? Now, some people will say, well, my friend, you know, this my friend. Okay, some seasons we ain't supposed to be in with people. Some seasons people supposed to be by their motherfucking self. Okay? And a miserable motherfucker is in a season where they need to be by themselves. See, me, my misery ain't never enjoyed company. Okay? If I feel, I'm an Aries though. Okay, I'm an Aries sun. And so that's where my ego is. And when anything happened with me, I listen. I'm miserable. I'm sad. I'm not in my highest vibration. I need to be with me by my motherfucking self. Okay, so I can get myself to fucking together. Cause I don't want to be around sprinkling. Cause see, I'm a sprinkler. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a sprinkler system, and I realize this, and so I don't want to be out sprinkling bullshit on people. And so my misery stay in the fucking house. You know what I'm saying? But some people misery be needing some company. No. So that's a great question. It's actually the opposite, right? And it has nothing to do with our gut. Our higher self, okay, is our soul. The soul is the higher self. Your mind is your lower self. The lower self is all in the mind. And that's why people be miserable. They be trapped in their mind. Think about it. You think it makes them terrible thoughts, you be miserable. Oh my God, they don't want me, they don't love me, they don't like me, they don't. That's all in your mind. Okay, but your soul has its own journey, its own mission. That's we in duality. You see, your mind can't go to the fifth dimension. Your mind can't go to the fifth dimension. Your mind can only go 3D. You gotta separate from the mind to be able to see yourself. Cause see, your mind, your ego, your pride, okay, it ain't gonna let you look at yourself objectively to say, you're a piece of shit right now, or damn, you need to set some boundaries right here, or no, you need to love you more versus loving them more. You know what I'm saying? Like our mind and our ego and our pride, that it is gonna say some other shit that's in opposition to our higher self. You know what I'm saying? Our higher self is our soul. It's the part of us that came here pure, unadulterated. It got the mission in it. It got the, you know what I'm saying? It know where it's going. But your mind believe that it know everything. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know if you probably new here. Please subscribe and like the video. But I tell people all the time, like, we too grown. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers too grown, too damn smart. I know this. I know what it looked like, misery. I know what it looked like because I've been here before and I remember when this happened and that happened because it's in their mind. Okay, but your soul could be telling you to have an experience that you've never had before. Okay, and your mind will fuck it up. And they be like, no, don't go there. You're ugly. You're short. You don't got enough money. They're not gonna like you. You don't got the skills. You don't got the. You know what I'm saying? That's all in your mind. But your soul is limitless. You know, I don't know if you saw my video, The Invincible You. You know, it's a side. It's the invincible you, the limitless you. So your mind is the lower self. Your mind holds regret, fear, doubt, uncertainty, shame, regret, what's that word? Grudges, apathy, anger. All of that happens in the mind. You know, the soul does nothing but purely love and express. It's like a child, like a little child. That's the innocent version of you. That's why I say people too grown. You see, grown here, you're childish here. You see, when your heart is open, you're like a little child. You're just free. You know what I'm saying? You just living. You're like, hey, you ain't worried about something. How I'm gonna do this and what they gonna look like and what I'm gonna put on and black people, white people. I need money. I need. We ain't thinking about none of that. You know what I'm saying? You separate from that, and that's where we're trying to get to because see, our minds have been fucked. They've been fucked. See that? Your mind been fucked. All up, fucked up. See it? Fucked. It's full of bullshit. And that's why you gotta leave miserable people alone because they comfortable in that bullshit. They like it, they love it. Okay, they love it, they wanna be sad. Okay? It's now the people you should help is people who they want out of their darkness. They like, hey, I'm sad, help me, get out. And you like, oh, let me take you out somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Is the essence of the soul conveyed through hypnosis. The essence of the soul is conveyed through connectivity, allowance. Now, hypnosis is the act of shutting down the ego. You know what I'm saying? And so therefore, it allows the soul to operate. Same with meditation. It shuts down the ego. You know what I'm saying? That's why people can't meditate. I can't meditate because I got things to do. I got to go get some money. I got to go get my nails done. I got to go fuck so-and-so. I got to go wash my car. I got to do, you know what I'm saying? Every nigga got everything to do, you know what I'm saying? But to meditate, you know what I'm saying? Everything. I heard everything. I did too. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you right now. In 2007, boy, when I first tried to meditate, I just bust out laughing. I do know Jesus Christ, and yes, I operate under Christ consciousness. Yes. Am I a lesbian? Are you one? And what difference do it make? Why are you concerned about my sexual preference? Get up in here and pay me some attention, because I'm the police saint and I tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. As a child, no, we're not in hypnosis. Okay, we agree to forget. The soul agrees, to let the mind have its experience. It makes a difference in the eyes of the Lord. Oh, then you know what? I'm glad that that's the truth and not you. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Because people on the planet, boy, they be judging. They be doing a lot of judging. They got a place for you, you know what I'm saying? But none of them God. So that's why you know what I'm saying? God first. Yeah, everything else, what? Secondary to unnecessary. Like what is my sexual preference? Secondary to unnecessary. None of your damn business. Unless you gon' go to bed with me. And I don't want to go to bed with you. I don't want to go to bed with you. No. So, I need to be straight and stop living in life of sin in your world. In your world. See, that's why you need to subscribe and pay attention. Let me teach you something. Because for those of you, if you read the Bible, please do read the Bible. Go in the Bible and tell me what Jesus was talking about when he was talking about the eunuchs and why he was saying that. So we can have a good discussion on that. You can feel free to email me or something like that. What's your name? Jonah Asking? Oh, you asshole. Okay. No, never mind. Don't go to my inbox. Cause I ain't got time for you. I ain't got time. Okay. I ain't got time. Now, let me blaze up. Cause misery can't get my company. Now, if you read the Bible, you're gonna find a lot of things in there, like don't hang out with miserable people. It also tell you in there that people who are followers of Christ don't judge other people. And that's how you can always tell when you got a troll trying to pretend like they've been carpooling with Christ, but they really miserable in some way, and that's why they over here trying to judge me or anybody else. Cause why? I ain't happy with my life, and that's cool. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you, and I'm going to keep loving you. That's what Christ told me to do. How are you judging me? To come in here, you don't know me, and tell me what I am and where I am going, and that I need to accept Christ into my life. That would mean that you've made a judgment. Okay? Now, maybe you don't understand that, and that that's not appropriate because you don't even know me. And maybe you should probably understand who I am. Okay? The Lord is not judging me. You're right. Okay, so how you gonna tell me that I ain't going where I'm going? I am the light. I came from the light. I came to bring light, and when I leave, I'm returning to the light. Got that? Yeah. Now that's my truth. Now how you decide to narrate that is for you. But I won't be miserable. Trying to please you. You can't judge me because you don't know me. You can't. You can't tell me. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. Because I'm under Christ, which means no condemnation. I'm blameless. You understand that? You get that? Yeah. As long as I'm in right behavior, I get right reward. Yeah. That's how this works. See. Now, so instead of coming in here and you schooling me on something, you know what I'm saying? Then you should probably learn something, okay? Because I'm here to give it to you. And, or maybe not. I might not be here to give it to you. Okay. Today's video. Misery don't deserve no company. Your soul is your soul is the heart. Not the heart that pumps blood, but the heart that is at the center of your true body, which is your chakra system. That is your soul. This is why Christ told you to clean up your heart. You need to clean your heart. So a lot of people, want to clean up the outside. They want to look good on the outside. Oh, I'm this and I'm that, but that's not correct. So we are in sin because we're missing the mark. And our gut is our intuition. Okay, so your gut gives you intuition when it is in proper alignment and will give you light. Okay, so That's how that goes. All of that is the chakra system, not the my heart beating. Okay, yeah, that does happen. Okay, and that is, and even the heart, right? The heart is your battery. Is what gives you life. It's what starts you up. You got the negative and you got the positive. The negative is to earth. The positive is to God. Yeah, you got, and that gives you life. Do-dum, 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 do-dum. Now that your light that needs to be on, okay, is your chakra system. It is your true body. It's the body you had as a soul when you came into your mother. Before you chose a sex of any sort, you were a soul. And so that is what is the true you, the invincible you. In the word of the Lord, the Bible. So let me ask you something. Um, okay, so if you're not living in the word of the Bible, so I just want to ask you a question because it seems like you're engaging me and I am enjoying it. Okay. Um, Very important point. You can't choose your sex. You are how God created you. That is absolutely correct. So now, in God creating you, you had a contract, okay, to come here, just as Christ did. Okay, now what made Christ the Christ was the fulfillment of the contract. And if you are not fulfilling the contract, then you are missing the mark, which is sin. And so, therefore, if you are not following your contract, you could be believing you're a good person. And I think Christ taught this, that there will be people in the day of darkness that will be like, oh my God, I was a good person. I gave tithes and offering. I killed and slaughtered and I took sacrifice and I took in the homeless. But the Father will not know you. And this is because you have to be in your light. So if you're not aware of your chakra system, you might be or not following the teachings of Christ. You are following religion. And religion is the ruler of this world. Okay? This world is not of God. God is not of this world. So therefore, what I do and what I follow and what I have found to be true is I follow my contract, and I think I do it to the T. I would suggest that you find out what your contract is, and maybe you should probably discover the 22 books within the Bible, or the Lord's Word, as you say, so that you can actually follow it and apply it to your life. Because if you don't apply the teachings of Jesus, it doesn't really matter how righteous you are within yourself or your own actions, you won't be going home. That's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. What question did you ask? You can leave though. Yes, where does it say anything about a contract in the Bible? Where does it say anything about a contract in the Bible? Okay, so there was a prophecy that there was going to be a child born under a certain star. That child will fulfill a certain set of things, okay? And when he did, he became the Christ. And then God came and said, this is my son with whom I am pleased. Why? Because he had fulfilled the contract. Now, if you can't read between the lines, that means that you ain't seeing what I'm seeing, and those in two sight cannot see that which I can see in one sightedness. But if you are not aware of what's in the Bible, then you wouldn't realize that you need to be in one sightedness, or even question what is one sightedness, which would be your pineal gland. And if you go through the pineal, then you can go up and out, and then God will feed you when you get there. So, yeah, I'm not gonna give you the verse. You go do your own study, and I just gave you the whole breakdown. Okay, I just gave you the whole breakdown of the God. Just gave you the whole breakdown. Now, if you a seeker, Isaiah 55, come all ye who thirst, and buy with no money. It don't cost you nothing. Okay, you can go get the information. All you gotta do is be a seeker. Okay, be a seeker, and all things that ain't okay, milk, honey, bread, you buy it with no money. So, you understand? Do you understand? You trying to get me to understand something? Do you understand? Okay. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? What is the parable of the 10 virgins? Do you have the oil in your lamp? That's what you need to be concerned about. Not what I do in my personal life. Do you have the oil in your lamp so when the day of darkness comes, that you won't be around here miserable? Now, back to my talk. The point is, that's different. That was the child of God. He was born with Christ. He didn't become the Christ by following Christ. Are you serious, Jonah? Jonah. 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 You're gonna have to level up. I see that. I see you committed to it. Okay, so I'm going to encourage you to go to God. Don't come on here trying to give me nothing. Okay, go to God and ask God to give you what you're thirsting for. Okay, because you won't get it by challenging me. That won't happen for you. Okay, so because you need to be focused on your salvation and making sure that you don't miss the mark. Okay, because you don't want to sin, miss the mark, so that you don't get up out of here. You don't want to be stuck on the monkey wheel. Okay, so now find your lights. Do you have your lights? That was the question that I asked you. Do you have the oil to sustain your light in darkness? That's what counts. All that other stuff you talk about, secondary, unnecessary. Okay? So, you promise I'm far from the Lord, read the Bible and truly apply it to your life, and you will be happy and right in the Lord. Just trying. I love you, and the Lord loves you too. I love you too. And God loves you and I the same. And I'm sure that some magical deliverance is going to come to you to get you on the path to the journey. Because guess what? You got what it takes. So get up in here. Let's go. Now, in this season, there are people who need help, and you can tell the difference between a person who is just miserable because they will constantly be in that space. Whenever you offer them a solution, they got to come back that brings you even lower, or that in some way justifies their misery or their low vibration. There are people who are in marriages and relationships where they are cheating on each other, lying to each other, deceiving each other, disrespecting each other, not being true to themselves. Like, oh, I'm just here because he got money, or I'm just here because she gonna pay the bills, or I'm just, and those types of things lead to misery. Do I think the government is gonna make a Jesus Christ? Well, in the Bible, Jesus told us that when they told us he was gonna come from the sky, don't believe him. And then they make Tupac, come from the sky posthumously. Whitney Houston put on a whole concert. Okay, Jesus told y'all he wasn't coming back. He was sending the Comforter, the Holy Spirit. But I'm sorry, maybe I'm sorry. Okay. Jesus came to give you the instructions to save yourself. Christ ain't coming back to save people. That ain't happening. Okay, so all of this, I'm waiting on the Lord to come and get me. Jesus gonna come. Okay, good luck. Good luck. You better study what Jesus said. Okay, and you better understand that the people in religion, okay, that's selling you the Jesus that people think they worshiping, which Jesus told you don't worship him. But Jesus is my Jesus. Okay, all right. Be careful. Now, but remember, the people who are selling you and teaching you this, they are the people who killed Jesus. Yeah. Now, hood style was good style. We could be understood style. Okay, so we in the hood, cause I'm from the hood. Okay, and Jethro get killed by Reggie. Now, we gon' Jethro our homie. We would go with him to school with Jethro. We'd hung out with Jethro. We've been fishing with Jethro. You know what I'm saying? And everything. And so now, Jethro, we've been knowing Jethro. But Jethro dead now. And now Reggie done started a whole foundation selling us Jesus. That's kind of like the Rolling 60s killing Nipsey and then selling us his, you know what I'm saying, memorabilia. Stop playing with me. Okay, I'm the real deal. I ain't here for games. I'm here to turn on the light. Okay? See, you was getting answers out of me. Now you talking stupid. I ain't got time. Back to the point. Misery need company, but you ain't got time, and you need to recognize it don't deserve it. Misery is a thing that allows people to be in a place of complacency. It allows people to stay stagnant. It allows people to be sad, angry, fearful, doubtful. And that, my friends, is not of God. Okay? I assure you, God didn't put none of us on this planet for us to be stuck. If God wanted you planted, you have roots like a tree. But instead you have feet. You have a soul that desires to move and have experiences. And that's because you are here to ascend. You are here to go up and through. Now, when you decide that you are done with the rat race, the crab bucket, whatever you want to call it, when you get through with that and you say, you know what? I want the greatest life. I came here to have wonderful experiences. I came here to have great relationships. I came here to eat good food. I came here to see amazing things. I came here to give something. Because we all have a mission. And that's what Aquarius coupled with Pluto is asking us to do. What are you going to commit yourself to? In what ways are you going to show up for humanity? I've said it time and time again, or maybe not on here, maybe on Facebook. But we're like the Care Bears. Some of us have different gifts, and those gifts are necessary in order for us to correct the world that we live in. But if you are spending time with people who are comfortable with the world we live in, trust me, you're going to lose the vigor necessary. The other day I talked about keys and unlocking it, opening doors. And some of the times the reason why we can't open the door is because we're not showing up in our authentic self. Kind of just like how I asked Jonah. A lot of people are trying to get this thing right. They want to be a good person. But if we are not right within ourselves because we don't know ourselves, my contract is not your contract. Your contract is not my contract. But if we all think that there's some universal way of behaving and we try to fit into that, then we live in misery. Misery is the denial of the self. And it is also blasphemy. And you're miserable because Christ taught that you can be forgiven for blasphemy against God. You can be forgiven for blasphemy against Christ. But you will never be forgiven for blasphemy against your own soul. So when your soul is looking to rise to the occasion to become its higher self, and you resist to put on for people who are trapped in misery, you are sinning and missing the mark. And so this is why a lot of us can't seem to get right. We can't sustain happiness. We can't sustain our peace. We can't sustain our wealth. We can't sustain our healthy, happy relationships. We can't sustain our communities. We can't sustain our relationship with ourselves, and we can't even begin to build a relationship with God. So, if you want to change the frequency and you want to come in alignment. You're tired of your body aching, you're tired of stressing, you're tired of worrying, tired of being sad, tired of your money being fucked up, then it's pretty simple. Start to look at yourself, climb through the journey, and ascend to the highest place. Even if you're the person in misery, it is better that you are alone so that you can have the time to get naked with yourself, get honest with yourself, and see how your greatest thinking led you to right where you are today. And if you're not happy with that, then it's up to you to make a change. Like I just told Jerome, Christ isn't coming back to save us. He already came, had the experience, laid it out, and taught you how to do it. That's the teacher. You're the pupil. But if you stay trapped, following misery, you'll miss the lessons, you'll miss the blessings, and you'll miss New Earth too. None of us know when the day of darkness is coming, so we really don't have time to waste. But if trolling feels good to you, and that's your assignment, you do your job. I'm going to do mine too. Because my peace is unattractive to your chaos, I won't necessarily respond. However, I will continue to spread the light that I came here to spread, because I came from the light to bring light. And when I leave, I'm going to return to the light, because I will fulfill my contract. I'm the Police Saint. If this your first time getting up in here and you ain't never heard before, you ain't never seen me before, you don't know nothing about me, I suggest that you go ahead and subscribe, like the video, tell your mother, tell your sister, tell your cousin, tell somebody about me, because I tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God, as long as this thing is turning, it's twisting, spinning, doing whatever it's doing, that's what I'm going to do. Yes, the day of darkness is literal darkness. I don't care what religion you study. I don't care what culture you study. It is all prophesied there, just like the birth of Christ was prophesied in that time. And you can believe or not believe. You can become a knower or not. But it is definitely happening with or without people. And it's going to be real. Not the government. Oh, we're going to turn off the electricity. We're going to hit the power grid. Not that. No. There's no light. No light. Okay? No sun, no moon. No stars, no nothing. No light. Okay? Even all of that is ran off of, even the power you get is coming off of the sun, the moon. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing, and then God going to shut this thing down. Okay? And when the king comes, are you going to have your lights on? Everything else is secondary to unnecessary. All of that, who got money and what somebody look like, or what somebody drive, or who somebody's screwing, or what language they are, or what religion they are, or what country they from, or none of that matters. Because the truth is embedded in every being. And if you decide not to activate it and live in it, it was your choice. Be it through conditioning or just your own mind. Do I think the light in our dreams is from what? What light in your dream? You know what I'm saying? Different people see different light. Some people don't dream at all. Okay, your dream state is your pineal gland. That's it, that's all. Okay, so when people, they have nightmares and everything, that's because their heart is dirty. It's all blocked up and everything. And so, you know what I'm saying, what they can see up there is demons, ghouls, and goblins, and get haunted and shit. People who open up their pineal gland without going through the rest of the process of these people, you know, they went out and had some kind of ceremony or something like that, paid somebody, you know, which Isaiah 55 tell you, come on who thirst. It's free. It's free. All you got to do is thirst for it. Okay? It comes from God. God is light. The Bible tell you that. For those of y'all that read the Bible, if you're paying attention and you got reading comprehension, you know what I'm saying? The Bible tells you God is light. It ain't never told you God was no man sitting on no tree. It didn't tell you that. God is light. God is light. You came from light. Your job is to return back to the light. How do you return back to the light? By getting your shit right. What is getting your shit right? Your contract. What is your contract? It is your birth chart, just like Christ. When the sun and the moon align, it have certain instructions and directions for you that you should be following. Everything else is secondary, unnecessary. That's why you can go to church, you can give everything, you can do all of that. Okay, and for these people who, oh, Christ, 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 I love Christ, I'm carpooling to church. Christ didn't go to no church. Only when Christ went in church, he turned shit over. Okay, so let's keep it real. Okay, get to getting the business or stay trapped. Stay trapped. And right now the doors is open. Everybody can get the business. Everybody can get the business. Okay. No. The sun and the moon light this place. Okay, the first book of Genesis. You ain't got to turn past the first page and then break that down to you. Okay. First, right there. They break it down to you scientifically, biblically, in every other way that you can possibly break it down. It's right there. Okay? The sun, the moon. Okay? One is to keep the light of the day. One is the lesser light is for the night. Okay? So why they tell you that the sun illuminates the moon, I don't know. Because they tell you right there in the Bible, two illuminaries. Two. Okay? One a greater light for the day, one a lesser light for the night and the stars. And they are there what? To keep signs and symbols. Okay, they keep times and they have important messages. Okay, now if that is above your head and above your cosmos, what do that word mean? Law. Law. That's what the word cosmos means. Law. Okay, with y'all two trapped up here. The law is no snitching. The law is go to church and get a pastor all your money. The law is a lot of shit that ain't getting you up out of here. Okay? It's not. It's not. It's not. Okay, that's why Jesus had to come. And now this time Jesus ain't coming back. Jesus told y'all, I'm not coming to save you people. Okay, if you want out of here, do as I am doing. I'm gonna tell you now, when I did it, magic happened in my life. I'm gonna tell you right now, none of the magic happened. I ain't never been no person. I ain't doing no rituals. I don't got time for spells. I don't got none of that shit to do. Okay, I'm not going to buy. First of all, that shit expensive. I'm not going to buy no salt, no pepper, no motherfucking angel dust, and motherfucking wings and shit, and motherfucking chicken feet and goddamn eggs and shit. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing none of that. I ain't got it to do. I'm not about to go outside and take my clothes off and bleed on the ground and let ants all up in my hoo-ha and shit and dance around in circles with people naked. I'm not about to do that. Okay? No. What I did was I followed Christ. I applied the teachings of Christ. All the way I dug down the rabbit hole. What was this dude? What was he saying? What was he doing? How did this happen? How did that happen? And then I started applying it. Magic. Magic happened in my life. That's what happened. Okay? Because he already told you. If you do as I am doing, then you will be even more powerful than me. So if you in this existence right now today and you ain't doing the stuff that Christ was doing, then I'm going to tell you right now, you're sinning, missing the mark, missing the mark. Missing the mark. That's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Okay? That's just how it is. That's what they're not going to tell you at the church. They're not going to tell you at the school. They're not going to tell you that at the law office. You know what I'm saying? Because they your law. The doctor your law. The doctor your God. The law your daddy. The pastor your Jesus. You know what I'm saying? People sold out down here. Now, well, that's the problem. That's why we got all this nonsense. That's why Earth is in chaos, okay? Because if everybody was so holy, okay, there's more followers of Jesus on the earth, followers of Jesus, worshipers of Jesus, on the planet Earth, okay? Too many for this place to be like this. So if everybody was doing it right and getting it right, and y'all got this all figured out, and I'm far off fetched, then guess what? It wouldn't be necessary for me to be here. I wouldn't even be necessary. I could be still up in Pallades, minding my motherfucking business, hanging out. But no, I got to be here on Earth with ghetto humans, trying to help you out to understand that you've been tricked. It's a giant trick. Okay? The law is the cosmos. If you're not connected to the cosmos, you don't understand the cosmos, you need to understand that. How do you understand that? Not, oh, I got my horoscope and I'm ready. You're not supposed to read horoscopes. Okay? That's not correct. Okay? Now, what you should be understanding is, what is your birth chart? What is your moon sign? What is your Venus? What is your Capricorn? You need to understand these things, and what do that amount to for you? What is your career supposed to be? In what way are you supposed to heal people? In what way are you supposed to heal yourself? What are your wounds? And how do you take care of that? For you can be the greatest version of you. If you don't know that, everything else that you're talking is secondary to unnecessary. It ain't gonna get you in heaven. You can come on here and tell me how gay I am, how much I smoke, don't smoke, what I need to do, what my teeth look like, what my hair look like, what my eyes look like, what my ass look like. If you ain't got your lights on, it ain't gonna matter. Okay? Because the day of darkness is definitely coming. Okay, so now, in this time, people who in darkness, you ain't got time to be fucking with them. You got to keep your lights on because you need your oil. Because you don't know when the day of darkness comes. And if you're giving your oil to people who are miserable, they like it, they love it, they live for it, they feed off of it, you just may not have enough. So, this is the time to get selfish, and your selfishness is a selfless act because you're doing it to carry out your job for humanity. And with that, you don't feel lonely. The people who are miserable, they need to feel lonely because loneliness is a part of the journey. And if we go and save somebody, so we let them dump on us or, filth on, and we're not helping them because they're not getting the lesson necessary for their ascension. And so that too is required for you to separate yourself. Like I said earlier in the video, some seasons ain't for some friends. Some people ain't supposed to be in your life at certain times. Why? Because we have things to do. There's sometimes I can't hang out with my friends that want to sit around and play cards all day. There's sometimes I can't hang out with my friends who want to just BS and talk about football all day. I can't hang around with people who want to be talking about how miserable their life is today or how good it was 50 years ago, but they can't get right today. I can't. Because it takes away from my spark, my life. And that is what feeds my journey. And so guess what? I had to learn, and a lot of you have to learn too, that it's impossible for you to make a miserable person happy. So it's best to recognize, accept. First of all, you have to observe and accept. And then move on. It doesn't mean that you're better than these people. It doesn't mean that they're less than you, because at some point you too were miserable along your journey. But it does mean that you have to make space for the next person's growth so that they too can get to the greatest version of them. And hopefully, any encounter with you will inspire them to do so. But if not, it's not your job to shovel people out of their shit. I'm the Polish Saint. I hope this message helps somebody, to help somebody somewhere to understand that it's okay to love people and have boundaries. There are some seasons in our loved ones' lives that we are not supposed to be a part of. There are some seasons in the world that we're some things you just shouldn't be subscribing to. Okay? If it makes you feel miserable, you ain't got time for it. Because if you're miserable, you ain't getting no company right now. No, we already lost language. What do you mean? Do you think the collapse of language, the language collapsed after the Tower of Babel? None of us speak the language in this tone. That's not. None of this is language. That's why I can say fuck. Okay. Oh my God. Jesus does not go. Jesus don't want you to say fuck. Well, bitch, Jesus wants you to turn your light on. You ain't did that yet. Okay, but you don't got time to be telling me don't cuss. Do you know about your chakra system? No, you don't. Okay, well then, do you even know what Jesus was doing from 13 to 32? Yeah, to 32. Okay, no, you don't. But you want to tell me something? Okay, no. The collapse of language happened at the Tower of Babel, honey, and therefore our language, okay, that we use to talk is not the true language, which is why, and you can know that and experience that once you hit 5D, which is everything is in feeling. There isn't language. There aren't words in 5D. We don't communicate in words in 5D. It's all feeling. You know, so that's a different. You know, no, darkness is gonna come because that's the prophecy. That's what we told gonna happen because we're going to new earth. It's going to be a divide. The divide is light from dark. Right now we're in a war, light against dark. It's not nothing else. And maybe you can come back another day because I'm getting off of here. But make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thank you for getting up in here. If you got a channel, I will subscribe to yours as well. No God of yours bring, I guess so. And the lowercase gods, boy, they don't be having the power to do nothing. They can't do nothing. They can't they can't do nothing but run their mouth. That's it. They just use this language. They just use this language. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. That's a whole other topic that I can get on. I ain't got time today. But hey, listen. The lowercase gods, they can't do nothing but run their mouth. They be these gods. You know what I'm saying? They got some little yeah. They be earthly. They be real earthly. Yep, they be real earthly. So anyway, with that being said, like I said, I'm the Polish Saint, motivational speaker, an author, and life coach who coaches self-mastery through people's personal birth charts. If you are interested in such, please feel free to go over to my website. You can book a free consultation there. To get, if you don't know what your birth chart is, and you know what is a birth chart, you can feel free to go over there and book a free consultation with me. I will gladly tell you what your birth chart is, and from there you can go ahead and get on your journey because it is a beautiful journey indeed, and the journey is in fact the destination. Life is a privilege. Everything else is secondary to unnecessary. And if you don't get your shit together, that's on you. So, everybody else, let's go! Let's go, because New Earth is coming. And that's where we going. Separation, dark from light. So, in a minute, see, right now, everybody can call on God. Like, everybody can call on God right now. Everybody, you can be, man, you can be so messed up, or you can be a terrible person. You can, oh God, and you're going to get an answer. Okay? When the day of darkness comes, it's going to be separated. Dark will stay dark. It ain't even going to be able to pretend that it's light. Okay, but right now, you know, dark people be pretending they light. They be in total darkness and misery, thinking they trying to give somebody else some direction, because they ain't getting it together for themselves. And that's just the way this thing goes. Okay? I'm the Polish Saint. This is my platform. I thank God for making this my assignment. Thank you all for getting up in here, having discussion with me, asking me questions. I appreciate it. Had a good time tonight. I hope that you all received something that was necessary for you to get to your next level on this journey, whatever that may be, and that you recognize that while you getting there, you don't got time for what? Those who are comfortable in misery. What is misery? Chaos, anger, fear, regret, doubt, gossip, nonsense, low shit, all the stuff we don't got time for. So, if you are on a mission to help yourself, help your community, because really helping yourself is about just helping your community right now. It's about all of humanity. So not just black people, not just white people, not just rich people, not just poor people, not just cheap people, not just, you know what I'm saying? Everybody. So If you thirst for it, it's here for you. I'm the police saint. I pray that all of us make it. Why? Because that's God's will. And so, it's mine too. I love y'all. Peace and wellness. Stay kind. This is the middle of the week. So what y'all gonna do tomorrow? Go out tomorrow and find somebody that's difficult to love, especially if that somebody is you, and pour a little bit of love into them. Be it affirmations, a hug, a high five, a smile, a joke. Buy somebody lunch or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do something that makes you feel like the greatest version of yourself. I love y'all. Peace and wellness to you. Stay kind. And stay grateful.